Alright, so today we're going over my personal route, and I know a lot of speedrunners' routes, the fastest way to get to Chaser. This is only for floor 1, not for Etheron, so sorry if people like speedrunning Etheron. I'm not your guy. You're gonna have to find somebody else, unfortunately. Or maybe I'll do an Etheron guide later, but that's besides the point. So, there's a few things you must have for this build. So the first thing you need is Heavenly Wind. Heavenly Wind is to do wave dashes, which is one of the fastest movement techs in Layer 2. If you don't know how to wave dash yet, I suggest you go to Speedy's video and learn really quick before you come back, because he has a really in-depth guide of how to wave dash, and I feel like he could explain it better than I could. Next thing you need pairs with Heavenly Wind. It's a talent cap artist that you get from Charisma. You need this to be able to wave dash because you have to ragdoll yourself across the map. The next thing you need is Wind Passage. Wind Passage just cancels fall damage. Really good movement. The next thing you need is Spark Swap. Spark Swap's for both Bone Keeper skips that make it way faster. Is a must-have as well. The last two pair together is Gale Lunge and Glacial Arc. You need this for the skip where you throw Glacial Arc in the air and then you Gale Lunge into it, so you go flying. That's saves you a lot of time, and it is very needed for the route that I take. Also, really helpful for a lot of builds is the Tyrant Pendant. I don't know how to say it, but pretty much just negates fall damage, because you will take a lot of damage from doing wave dashes, so just having something that takes away your fall damage helps a lot. You'll take a lot less damage. And I think that's it for the requirements. We'll get into teaching now. Alright, so if you're going for an official run, you need the invulnerability on you, the kind of rainbow, or else it's not going to count. The second that this drops or you start moving, your timer starts, so I think it's just safer to kind of put everything in your hotbar that you need before the run, and then you'll start it the second you start moving. So make sure you have Gale Lunge, Heavenly Wind, Glacial Arc, Spark Swap, Wind Passage, all in your hotbar. And then if you zoom into first person and look around, your shield stays. So you'll move around, start time. If you look to your right, off spawn, there's these two big rocks. You just go in between them and you look straight up. There's gonna be some trees and an opening in the tree. You're gonna Glacial Arc, look straight, Gale Lunge, you go flying. You're gonna Wind Passage, try to cancel your fall damage. You still take some, but as long as you have Feather Fall, which is from the Tier Pendant, if you didn't know. Then you come through the bell door. If you don't have bell, you can just clip through it. You know, drop down once, twice, go into this corner. I know a lot of people do it from higher up, but I find this corner to be way easier for me personally. And the lineup that I personally use is going to be, if you zoom out fully, so scroll wheel out all the way, back into this corner. It doesn't have to be too perfect. There's a dark spot here. I go up to the second dark spot right above it, kind of look up and to the right a bit. I mean, you can kind of just look at the screen and copy what I'm doing if you want to go along with me. And then you're going to wave dash. That's usually kind of as perfect as it'll get. If you don't land on this, it's fine. There's rocks down here. You can Wind Passage or use any of it. You know, as long as you land on the rocks, you can climb up. You just need Gale Step or Wind Step, and you're gonna run along the bottom side of this because you don't want to aggro any of the any of the little mud skipper divers. You're gonna run over here. You can see the bridge. This is where we're going. You're gonna look straight up. Make sure you're first person looking straight up because sometimes you won't get enough height. You're gonna Glacial Arc. Then you're gonna want to Gale Lunge, same tech before. Dash onto the bridge. That's really unfortunate that the wind's going. Usually it's not still going. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I think it's easier actually if you go from the bigger part of it. But you're gonna do that. Dash onto the bridge. The Bone Keeper should spawn in. You don't want to jump over here. On the side that the Bone Keeper usually spawns, this little pillar to the side. You just jump on it. Go on this side of it. Sometimes it's a little weird, but you can kind of be anywhere off the edge. I know you could be anywhere on it to actually do this tech, but I personally find it easier just to be kind of on this side that I'm on. You turn around, Sparks off the Bone Keeper. He falls off, he dies. You can Wind Passage through this and start climbing up, but I'm just going to show you that it does go away. See, he does die. And then usually, instead of going inside, the fastest way would just be to climb up. So that's what I would suggest doing. You don't want to aerial attack into the pillar, just in case, because sometimes we get set bugs, and it's just, sometimes feather falling bugs. And then for this, I don't really actually have a lineup, but I think the easiest way to do it is kind of just stand where I'm standing, aim where I'm aiming, maybe at this dark pillar. Boom, and that should work. Yep, that's actually a pretty good one. And then you're just gonna want to run straight. If you didn't go that far and you kind of ended up down there, it's fine. Just keep climbing straight, climbing straight. You're gonna see the room for Union Hook. You're gonna run across. Just run straight. That's also one of the diver journals right there as well. So if you know where that is, you'll know where we are. You're just gonna look straight up. Do the same tech. I went a little bit higher, so I'm gonna win passage. You're just gonna run over. You don't actually have to interact with the guy for Etheron's Gaze at all if you want to do it like this, but otherwise you can just go, because this is probably the hardest wave dash to hit, hardest skip to hit for most people. I know it was for me at least. Trying to learn it was a little bit hard. You can, if you want, just go interact with the guy, win passage through the door down there, and then go the default way around with the bounders. Or if you want to, you can take this way. You don't have to interact with the guy. This lineup, for me personally, I stand a little bit in front of this little ledge sticking out, the little triangle, the pointy. I stand a little bit in front of it. I aim at the next sticking out part in front of me, towards the direction I want to go, obviously, and then I kind of aim towards the middle of it sticking out, and then should be perfect. Yep. And then you don't want to land on this little ledge down here. See, that's why it's so hard, just because a lot of people mess up that ledge. People said there's something with anti-cheat where you should stand in here for like 5 seconds, but I personally never do that. You don't wait till wind steps back up, and then you're gonna go into this corner right here, jump up, wind step, dash, just go as high as possible, because that'll spawn in the bounders, so then chaser actually spawns. And then with this spark swap, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look up here, you'll see the part of the castle. You're gonna want to kind of go down, and then just spark swap in the general direction I just looked. And then you're at the rope. You could climb up, or you could do this. You just run out this door where the parkour is. That's where Chaser is. So you're going to jump on here. You don't have to jump on here. You can do it from here as well, but I personally jump on here. Just look straight up. Glacial Arc. Gale Lunge. See, I got a really bad one there. I accidentally messed it up. But in this case, I'm just going to climb up just to show you. See? And if you want, you can also, if you end up where I'm going, or where I am, you can just do this. Just win passage on his chain. Just gonna keep climbing up. And then I'll throw a clip of me in as well of when I actually like hit that correctly, so then I can show you what it looks like. Chaser's in there. I mean, you can go fight him right now if you want. I personally, for this build, do not. I throw in lightning clones, tornado, just to build my chain stacks. Move around my monsters a bit. Just build up my chain stacks kind of to full. Perfect. Then I'm going to run in. I just Ardor Scream. Throw down turret. Throw down Flame Sentinel. Hold block here. Flame Sentinel breaks the jars for you. Just dodge that. Crit to prop Grim. Flame Within. Hit him once. Now he's grippable. Hold block. And there you go. See, even that, I mean, I was explaining what to do the whole time, and I still got a sub 6-minute chaser. I mean, it's, in my opinion, probably the easiest route you can do without knowing any crazy tech. All you really know how to, like, all you really need to know how to do is just wave dash and use Glacial Arc and Gale Lunge. But hopefully those lineups helped and make it a bit easier, make some chaser runs faster. I'll throw in a run I just got, still kind of explaining what to do. But yeah, other than that, hope it helped. I go first person. Second I move, I start it. Do the same tech I showed. Usually you want to get over that, and you want to like be at the door sub 10 seconds, but that was kind of bad. It's alright though. We're just gonna do this. Do this wave dash. You can also run in the parasites. You don't actually have to go into. He just spawned out of nowhere, but you don't actually need to go to a lantern at all through this run, so don't worry about parasites or anything. Sparks off the Bone Keeper. I'll show you what I mean by the wind passage. You just go straight through. Then once again, aerial onto that pole. Start the generator. This I really don't have a lineup for. I kind of just run up, do that. That was actually a really good wave dash. But you see, my feather fall broke, so I'm not gonna have perfect flash. I don't know if that means I can't one cycle, but we'll still try it. It's a really bad wave dash right there, but we still made it on. As long as you make it onto that ledge, you're good. We have to wait for wind step to be off cooldown. There we go. Spark swap the Bone Keeper. Run up here. Yeah, see? Sometimes you don't go as high. I'm not very good at that, but either way, you can just hop onto the platform. And then we start swapping mantras as we're climbing up, just to make it easier. I messed up a little bit. We're at clones, tornado. Just build our chain stacks. Yeah, we don't have perfect flash here, but I think it should be okay. Ardor Scream, third on turrets. Wait a tiny bit to throw down Flame Sentinel. Start the fight. Crit, Warden's Blades, updraft. Yeah, we don't even need perfect flash for that. I think he's gripped. Yeah, there we go. I mean, as you can see, I don't know if for Bell Prog or loot or pretty much any reason you need to do Chaser, you need like weathered timepieces. It's just kind of the fastest way to do it, in my opinion. There's more advanced ways, but I think for like a beginner trying to learn how to speedrun, you can still get good times. You can still get yourself on the leaderboard. A 2:45 is not too bad. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's really all you need to do. Simple as that.